Alright, hey guys, welcome to Birthday's the Beginning. This is a cute little sandbox god game, or like a life creation simulation game, sort of like Spore in many ways. So I thought I might do a little let's play on it. It might be a series of videos because this game has a very long introduction. So here we go. One day, a day like any other, I was reading a book when an old scrap of paper fell out. It looked like a small map. Specifically, a map of this area, and in the forest a spot has been marked. Maybe it's a treasure map. A childish notion, I know. I had no way of knowing if the map was real or not, but it didn't seem too far away, so away I went. Alright, so a boy found a treasure map. Pockets of sunlight seep through the dense canopy of trees, dimly shining my way as I walked through the forest. And right when I thought, I think this is the spot, a beam of light appeared before me. At that moment I wanted to run, but my feet wouldn't budge. So there I stood, and then, as if beckoning me, the light began to move. And my feet responded in kind. I felt like a puppet. There was nothing I could do. I eventually arrived at the entrance to a cave. The light continued into the cave, and my feet continued after it. Shortly after, I lost consciousness. When I woke up, there was a giant cube before me. Next to it, a smaller cube-like object, and a creature I had never seen before. And with that, the strangest incident of my life had begun. And here we are. Welcome to this unknown world. I don't have a name myself, but if you want, you can call me Navi. That red guy is your avatar. You can give it any name you want. Avatar. Avatar Poo. There we go. Is that okay? Yes. For a long time, my job has been to birth life on new worlds such as this one. But lately, things haven't gone right. I know everything about this world, but I can't do anything on my own. So I called upon you. I'm sure you don't understand, but trust me, you are the chosen one. You seem confused. I just need help, that's all. I'm sure you won't let me down. If life can be birthed onto this world, I can finally complete my task, and then you can return to your world. Together, we can move forward. It's our only option. First things first, you need to know the rules of this world. Now let's begin. Okay, so this is basically the tutorial, and let me tell you, the tutorial is super long, so I'm just going to be skipping through a lot of this dialogue. I hope you guys don't mind. If you want to read through the dialogue yourself, I encourage you guys to buy the game and play through it. But just for the sake of time, I'm just going to be skipping a lot of this dialogue. It's nothing but filler. It's not a whole lot to learn. I can move the character like this. I'm just going to be moving to the right. There's a little mini map in the top right corner. In the mid corner, you can see some other information and so forth. So this is my little character, this little red spaceman, and he can terraform the map. It's basically a map editor. If you guys have ever used a map editor, very similar. Map editors like in Far Cry and so forth, very similar. By raising and lowering the terrain, you can influence this world's environment. Basically, raising the terrain will decrease its temperature and lowering the land will increase it. This change in temperature will be displayed on the minimap. Blah 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 blah. And let's try raising and lowering the terrain. Alright, so basically if I press RB, I raise the land. If I press the right trigger, I lower the land. I'm using a controller, by the way. I think this game is a little bit easier to play with a controller rather than the keyboard and mouse, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm just going to be going with it. So yeah, what am I supposed to do? I guess that's it. Oh yeah, you can expand the controls. You can shrink the minimap using this. Switch minimap display, doing that. Camera zoom, you can zoom in and you can zoom out like that. All as well. So I think it wants me to lower something down. So let's go ahead and just lower this as far down as we can until we run out of HP. So we pretty much built a volcano. Looks like you've run out of HP. You can heal lost HP in macro mode, but I'll heal you just this once. So my little avatar has health points, and I can only do a certain amount of actions before I run out of health points. Alright. So we picked that up. Good job. This item will dig a big hole in the ground. Press A to use it, blah, blah. Okay. So now we're going to be building some large pits. So I'm going to go where it's telling me over here in this red box. And I'm going to use an item, Valley Source. And there we go. We just built a giant hole. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to do the same exact thing. Hooray! And I could build one more. I think I'm just going to build the last one right in the middle. Doesn't really matter where you put that one. Hooray! Victory. And now I have a primordial drop, a mysterious droplet that can create a vast amount of water. It will birth an ocean in the cube world made of stone. So there we go. And now the water has risen to surface level. So now every time I dig a hole, there's going to be water that fills it. Congratulations! And this is how life begins with water. This amazing item creates organisms without fail. Okay, so he just gave me a broth of life. Broth of life that contains the components for creating life. Greatly reduces the time it takes for life to form. Hooray! So currently time is frozen. We have to go to macro mode, which is basically a zoomed out mode. And that is how we can play time and watch life form on our planet. And now time is going, and phytoplankton was discovered. Hooray! Another happy birthday, congratulations. And you can kind of get a sense of what the game's title is. Birthday's the beginning. We are creating life forms for the first time. Every time a new life form is discovered, it's like a happy birthday. Hooray! The original life form has been discovered! So I'm just going to skip through all the text. There's a lot of text. I'm sure you guys don't want me to waste like a couple hours reading through everything. Alright, so let's go ahead and fast forward time. I think that's what it set up we should do, right? The larger the sea, the more phytoplankton will multiply. Alright, so right now our population is going up. I'm just fast forwarding time. Hooray! Zooplankton was discovered. So zooplankton evolved from phytoplankton. A new species has been born. That makes 3 birthdays now. Expect to see a lot more. As a reward, I'll heal your HP. Let me explain a little bit more about life forms. Sometimes the environment can no longer support certain species when they begin to increase in number. When that happens, the species will adapt to the environment, and through evolution, a new species will be born. Sometimes one species will appear because another has gone extinct. Life sure is mysterious, isn't it? After the 3rd life form is born, you can continue on. You can zoom in and change the terrain and do all kinds of stuff. Then just go to macro mode and let the time unfold again. If you're ever not sure what to do, press RS for a hint, use whatever, blah blah, okay. So right now I'm just waiting for a new life form to be born. So I'm just going to fast forward time a little bit. And now Stromatolite. A new species was born, hooray! This is Stromatolite, a rock-like organism made of algae that lives in high-temperature shallows. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. Some of you guys are going to get mad at me. I'm sorry, I do not pronounce things properly, but oh well. What I see there is just Stromatolite. Stromatolite? Is that close? Stromatolite? I think so. Locations factors all sorts of variables such as temperature, height, terrain, and more. You might want to zoom in and look for hints. 3 blah blah blah, temperature, life form, prosperity, extinction, location. These 3 factors have a deep connection to the birth of this world. When life is born, other life might go extinct. Life forms that cannot adapt will die off. Life forms that are in danger of going extinct will display a exclamation mark in the life news. These explanations are getting lengthy, but please bear with me. Press Y to enter the world. Yeah, this tutorial is super freaking long. If I don't skip this dialogue, man, when I first started this game, I was just wondering when will the tutorial end? Holy crap. Alright, basically it's telling me that we need to find the new life form, which is down here. Let me just rotate the camera a little bit. So there's our life form. I think we can zoom in. I forgot how to zoom in, but that's fine. And then we need to, I think we need to close the item menu and then capture the new species. We captured it. Captured information, rarity, vitality, fertility, adaptation, height, shallows, birth temperature, 38 degrees to 53 degrees, adaptation temperature, -2 degrees to 68 degrees. So it's basically telling us like what depth level this creature needs to survive. So if we expand the ocean a little bit, we can get more bursts, I guess. It can multiply faster. There's one other benefit to capturing. It's how you obtain experience. Experience is used to power up your avatar. The more you capture, the more experience you gain to level up your avatar. You'll gain more HP for creating terrain. You can adjust the size of your cursor too. Hooray! There's actually a view mode as well. Okay, the controls in view mode, blah blah. You can also use direction mode, blah blah. Alright, so this is view mode. It's like a first person mode. The controls are kind of strange though. It's more of just like a camera mode just to get a general sense of what's going on in your world. So I can like go underwater and see my little life form, little algae growing underwater, and that's good. Alright, what's next? Switch to macro mode with Y button. And now I think we just wait. Press the start, you can change the control settings. Extinction is usually a natural part of life, but if you have saved data, what am I talking about? Alright, might be a good time to save our data. Let's go ahead and make a save, so we don't have to do this all over again. Fantastic. And here's a lot of other information. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what else we have to do. Increase population to 1,000. They thrive in shallows at 48 degrees C. Let's go ahead and go to micro mode again. So what it's basically telling me is that they strive in the shallows at 48 degrees. So the shallows are right here at this level where I'm standing. I forgot how to zoom in. How do I zoom in? There's a way to zoom in, but I skipped the tutorial, so I guess that's not a good thing. I guess you don't need to zoom in. But let me just think for a second. I know there's a way to zoom in. I might be able to do it with the mouse. Maybe not. Oh wait, maybe it's X. Nope. Expand controls. Camera zoom LB plus R. Okay, there we go. So now I can zoom in a little bit. Just to give you guys a better sense of what's going on here. So like this level here, where that thing is growing, is the shallows. -2 is the shallows as well, and I think -1 is the shallows. So basically that plant grows at this level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's go ahead and zoom out just a little tad, and I'm going to expand the ocean this way by lowering the land over here. So let's go ahead and lower it. I think I have to press, oh, wrong button. There we go. So I'm just going to make this huge pool of water to help the plant multiply and grow to new areas. And I might make this part of the pool a little bit lower. I only have a certain amount of HP, so I'm just gonna do it uniform. There we go. So there's different depths over there. That should be perfect. So let's go ahead and actually let me fix this one little bit because it's kind of annoying me. So I'm gonna lower this part as well. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to macro mode. That should be plenty. And let's go ahead and start time, and then we can fast forward time. And hooray, we did it already. Congratulations, nice job. Here's a small present. It's called Seed of Life. Seed of Life obtained. The next step is to birth a new organism. If you use the Seed of Life on an organism suited to that location will be born. Use the item to create a new organism called Cyclomedusa, which is basically jellyfish. Alright, back to micro mode. Okay, so we're going to go over to this organism over here. I guess I can zoom in a little bit. And we're going to place a Seed of Life on top of it. And in time, it should grow into a jellyfish, or evolve. Don't get this game if you don't believe in evolution. But anyways, let's go ahead and start time again. We'll go ahead and fast forward time. And in a few seconds, there we go, a jellyfish was born. Hooray! Use the seed of evolution to make a Calunia out of the stromalite. Calunia is a seaweed that from the Protozoic era. First enter micro mode and use it on the stromalite. Once you find a stromalite, put your cursor over it and use the seed of evolution. Alright, blah blah blah. We have a seed of evolution now. I don't know what I used earlier. Seed of life. I'm not sure which one is which. But we're gonna find another one of these things and we're gonna use a seed of evolution on it. And now if we go back to macro mode and speed up time, it should make something else, and it just made something else, a Calunia. Happy birthday, Calunia was born. So we now have 6 different species of water life. Good job. There's a limited number of items I can hold, so use them carefully. So you just gave me 3 seeds of life. Next I want you to birth an Elrathia? Do you know what a trilobite is? 3 is an ancient trilobite. It's an arthropod that swims and scuttles on the ocean floor. The conditions for birth are as follows. Shallows of roughly 48 degrees Celsius, and a minimum of 5,400 Cyclomedusa. So I only have 306 Cyclomedusa. Okay, so we need a lot more Cyclomedusa, that's for sure. You can easily burst species using an item, but it might be better to shape the terrain. Alright. So let me see what is needed for this Cyclomedusa. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture this. So we just captured the jellyfish. We can kind of see what's going on here. So birth temperature is between 43 degrees and 53 degrees. Height, sea level. So any sea level is fine. I'm not really sure how exactly to read the temperature at the moment. It looks like, okay, so my cursor status shows the temperature. Oops. I think I can open this. Cube status library. 43 degrees to 53 degrees. So I'm pretty sure I'm fine anywhere there's water, it's gonna grow. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to like expand the water a little bit. So let's go ahead and just dig some holes. I know it looks super ugly, but oh well. What can you do? Alright, I'm out of health, so I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to just speed up time a little bit. And with any luck, the Cyclomedusa should start increasing in population. Right now it's going down for some reason. Oh, now it's going up. Cool. Uh-oh, what was that? The Calunia just died. It went extinct somehow. Cyclomedusa is going up. Alright. Okay, I'm at 2,644. What were the conditions? I need 5,000. Alright. So I think if I just wait, I think I'll get 5,000. Yeah, I'm almost at 5,000. And a new species was already born. I didn't even have to do anything. Hooray. Looks like you're getting the hang of this. Now you finally made it this far. Now it's time to move from water to dry land. You must birth the first organism to move on land, the Baragwanathea. It's almost time. If this goes well, you'll be able to return to your world. This is a type of fern that breeds on land. Traveling far from its birthplace, it's the first life form that migrated to land. Lowland of 41 degrees C, minimum 6,000 Calunia. I only have 180 Calunia. I don't even know how to get Calunia. And more, wait, is Calunia the new thing? The new thing is Elrathia. What the heck is Calunia? I don't know. The moisture, 15%. These are the conditions for birth. So my water, I think, no, it doesn't even tell me. Air temperature, no. So the air temperature is fine, I think. Minimum 6,000 Calunia is the big thing. Here are 3 small recovery leaves. Just a token of my appreciation. Now let's begin. Alright, I'm gonna have to find what a Colonia is. I'm not really sure what that is. So let's go ahead and go to micro mode and see if we can't find what a Colonia is. It might be this little plant here. Is that a Colonia? Might be. Let me go ahead and capture it. Yeah, that's a Colonia, sweet. Okay, so height, shallows, birth temperature around 43 to 53. I think we're okay on that. Everything's fine. So with any luck, oh, I just leveled up. With any luck, it shouldn't be a big deal. And there's a new species we found, I think. Actually, new species might be over here. There's like 2 pink species. I'm thinking, trying to, here, let's zoom in a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and capture this. I think this is one of the new species. Captured. So this is the Elrothea that we just made. It's one of those kabuto looking things, kabutops. Okay, so like the fossil from Pokemon, that's what I'm trying to say. I forgot what the first evolution was. I think it's kabuto, right? Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just go ahead and go back to macro mode, and then we'll just go through time, and our Colonia population should go up with any luck. Yeah, it's going up big time. And my Elrothea just died. Oh well, not a big deal. So now my Colonia is growing. It's at 6,000, and we just got a new oh, we didn't even have to do anything. It just spawned. Okay, just capture it and you're home free. Till then, you're free to do as you please, so just capture it whenever you're ready. So this is goodbye then. What? Oh, nothing. Now go on. Alright, so where is it? I want to capture it before I die. I think it actually spawned inside. Oh my god, it spawned at the top of the volcano that I made. Alright, let's go ahead and capture it. Captured. So basically it's just like grass. It's like a fern. You did it, mission complete. Our time together was brief, but I'm grateful to you. I couldn't have done it on my own. Now go back to your world. Episode clear. Oh man, that was a long tutorial. Imagine if I read through all of the dialogue. That would have been crazy. And I only got 2 stars. Cleared without using a seed of evolution. Captured a 9-star organism. Captured all possible organisms. Okay, I guess there was bonus objectives. Free play mode available. Saved system data. Is this all a dream? No, it can't be. After all, I'm in a cave right now. I should hurry home, I thought, as I followed the light, but then I stepped outside. I couldn't believe my eyes. The trees before me resembled thick ferns, and were clearly different from the trees I had walked by previously. What is going on? Have I been taken to another world? Perhaps I should take a look around. Alright, so this is episode 2. What, back already? Okay, well, let me just go ahead and see how long I've been recording. About 23 minutes. I think this is a good stopping point for this episode. I'm going to make another episode. I want to get a little bit deeper into what this game has to offer. But currently it seems like there's a lot to learn. Very lengthy tutorial. The tutorial was way too long. I thought it like over explained everything. They could have simplified a lot of stuff. You really didn't have to do a whole lot. It's a lot of waiting and just lowering the water levels, but it was just like way over explaining everything. So I guess that's about it. So this is just a quick look at Birthdays, the beginning. Stay tuned for the next episode. It'll come right after this one. And yeah, pretty interesting game. If you guys want to check it out on Steam, I'll leave a link in the description below to the Steam store page. It is kind of pricey right now. I think it's about $30, but thanks for watching and have a nice day.